I would have picked this up, but 90 days only tells me it's going to be 30 bucks. Probably going to pass on it. Hey everyone, Orlando Pierce Podcast. So as you saw in that thrift store video, you don't want to walk away from a profitable item because you only have the ability to look at 90-day comps. Now there's two things to take a look at before we get started in this video. First of all, to be able to do past 90-day comps on eBay, you're going to need an eBay store subscription that is basic or above. Now, I believe it's well worth it because it allows you to have access to several tools of research. For example, Terapeak. There's also a sourcing guidance. There's a bunch of other tools there that will greatly help you. And there's other things that come along with having a store subscription. By the way, we're not sponsored by eBay. Second of all, I strongly encourage you to bookmark Terapeak on your iPhone or your Android. So then when you're out in the wild, you have the ability to do that research on the spot and you're not leaving money on the table and literally leaving items behind that can be very profitable. All right, let's get into this video. I want to discuss how I use Terapeak on a daily basis and this other tool that I believe isn't discussed much in the reselling community that can definitely help you maximize your profits. For the sake of this recording, we're going to go and start with the basics and then get more complex. So obviously you're going to go to ebay.com. Then after you get to ebay.com, on the top right, there's that sell link that you all go to check out your sales and your listings. Once you get there though, there's going to be a tab, and that tab is going to be the research tab. That's going to take you to your Terapeak information. There's also other great tools there that we don't have time to talk about in this video, but maybe in a future video. So you click on research, you go to the Terapeak product search, and it takes you here. Now let me show you an example about how powerful looking over 365 days, which is what Terapeak allows you to do, is over 90 days. So I'm going to change this to 90 days, and let's say you find a Rain Spooner San Francisco Giants shirt, okay, a Hawaiian shirt, and you look it up and you're in the store and you're checking out comps and you research it and you take a look and it shows you, take a look right here, that the highest price was $65 and it was selling at an average sold price of $29.09. But let's change that to 365 days and see what results we get. Okay, you get completely different results on pretty much everything to the right. The average sold price is $35, but that's the average. That's all the shirts throughout the year that have sold. And now, they computated all that and they came up with the average. But you take a look at the price here, it went up to $112. So almost double. And that's why Terapeak is important. Now, that's why you're going after the 365 day range. All right. So let me give you another example here. So let's say you're looking for a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt that's from Christmas, right? Those are pretty, if you find one, you can get some good money on those. So let's take a look real quick. So I put Rain Spooner Christmas shirt, and the range goes from $2.70 to $850. That's a lot of money. Now, it's important to understand what things are selling for. Like, how do you list them, right? And so I'm not saying you do this with every single item that you pick up. This is only after you have a large haul and you're wondering, like, what should I do with my haul? Should I do fixed price? Should I do auction? Most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, you want to do buy it now with best offer. But let's play with this a little bit and let's see what happens, what prices people are getting if they go auction. So if they went to auction on this shirt or 365 days, all right, the price, okay, average sold price is 30 bucks. And the highest was $120, right? You remember what the numbers were before? Let's go to fixed price. When you go to fixed price, it changes. And obviously, you want to go with fixed price, especially if you find certain shirts. $850. By the way, let's take a look at what that is, because you can also find out what are the top selling shirts in that range over the past year. So you're going to go over here to all the sales right here. It'll tell you this is a $180 shirt that's sold. But let's just click on this and see what the highest price shirts were. wow, there are some rain spooner shirts that sold for $850, the ones from 1984. So if you ever come across a shirt that maybe looks like 1984, you're gonna get good money for it. And take a look at the pictures. The pictures really weren't that important. If you take a look here on the left side, it's basically that you had that shirt. So that's why doing this research is really important, because let's say you picked up 10, I've done this before, 10 rain spooner Hawaiian Christmas shirts, and you've only done the 90-day comps, you may be leaving money on the table. Now, the next thing you got to check is shipping. All right, how are people shipping? That'll make a difference. So you hear all the time that free shipping is the way to go, but sometimes it doesn't make a difference. So if you take a look right here, right, free shipping, only 29% of those sales were free shipping. And if you take a look here, it didn't really matter that much, right? You go down, I mean, people are charging $5. Obviously, you would send this item if it costs this much. Priority, you'd make sure they have your signature required, and you'd have insurance on top of that, because, you know, you do not want to lose a shirt like this in the mail. Now, let's take a look at when do you sell, right? There's another option here that it gives you. If you click on the right here, it says show sales trends. When you click on that, it gives you this average sold price, but it's put on this kind of, you know, bar graph that's going up and down. And if you take a look, the highest prices were in October, and let's see here, yeah, October, right? Average sold price went up. Now, not too much of a change, but there's this arrow on the right here that if you click on it, it'll show you even more. So you take a look, right? They are selling not too much, but wow, the time to really sell, maximize, maybe raise the price. Maybe if they've been sitting around, you're like, when do I sell these for good money? So you take a look on December 3rd, 10 of these sold. 11 sold on the 9th. And then you had, I saw a number here where it was like 20. 22 sold on December 7th, right? So the peak time for these shirts to sell, and possibly to sell for a lot of money, are right at the beginning of December. They will sell all year. So if you have it in a death pile, or you have a shirt that's been sitting for a while, you're wondering when it's going to sell, if you get good offers, this is probably the time that you want to sell these items. And so hopefully that helps you understand certain aspects of Terapeak. There's a lot. Now, I wanted to talk about one more tool that is really helpful. So take a look here. You're going to have to go over to the Chrome extension. And so let's go to Chrome, and we're going to click on the Chrome extension. So I already have it set up for eBay. But in case you're wondering, you know, sometimes you get those listings that have the slash of the price, and you're wondering, you know, how much did that shirt actually sell for? Back in the day, there used to be various tools that you could actually do on your phone to figure things out. Those are not available, but there is a Chrome extension that will help you right now. So take a look real quick. I typed in rain spooner Christmas Hawaiian shirt, and then as always, you're gonna go to the bottom and you're gonna go to the sold. So I'm going down here to the sold. I click on sold. It shows me all the Hawaiian shirts. But let's see how much one of those high price shirts that sold over these last 90 days, because we're close to December, and see, you know, if there was a best offer that was taken, right? Because you'll take a look and you'll say, I wonder what that sold for. So here are some shirts. There's some other data it gives you. So let's take a look. Did this shirt actually sell for the $1,200 here, right? You have the highlighted actual price. It's a link that'll tell you, did it sell for, you know, close to $1,200, or did it sell for $350? Did it sell for $175, or maybe $98? So let's take a look. It's real simple. You click on it. It takes a little bit to load. Sometimes the pictures show up, sometimes they don't, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Great. For all the times that I've done this, it's not showing it on the YouTube, but you can see here the actual price was $850. So still a high price shirt, right? And you could have been taking guesses. You might have taken an offer of, let's say, $400. Did you not have this tool available? Now, let me explain to you why else this is helpful. So a year ago, there was a C&M plush I came across at a garage sale. I paid $5 for it. It had a best offer sale price of $200. And I was like, I wonder if it sold for that much. So I used a similar tool like this one, and it only sold for $20. But the basic consumer, the buyer, doesn't understand this, right? They just see it. They're like, wow, that's how much it's worth. So I decided to list it for $200, and I took a best offer of $150. So great tool to use. You're able to actually price things where they need to be, and you know what best offer you should actually take. So I know we drifted a little bit from Terapeak, but Slabwatch is a great tool. Both tools really helpful. The fact that you can see past 90 days, go to 365-day comps allows you to list higher and maximize your profits. Understanding buy it now or auction. Most of the time, buy it now is the way to go, but you may be surprised. Then shipping. Does having free shipping give you a competitive edge over others, and are you going to be able to sell your item for more? Also, when's the best time to sell? If you understand that, you know when to adjust your prices and also when to take offers. And last of all, Slabwatch. Powerful tool to be able to see what an item actually sold for and list at the right price. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Make sure to hit that bell button to be notified. And if you haven't been a subscriber yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us on Pure Hustle Podcast on YouTube. We're also on all social media as Pure Hustle Podcast. And we're also Pure Hustle Cast on Twitter and Clubhouse. And with that being said, make sure to maximize profits. And as always, make sure to be real, be relevant, and be reselling. Please.